everyone around the world. I'm LB Blue Dragon, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft / Movie Talks. Now, last time that we left off, we basically are building our forever home alongside with talking about a movie, a snake wonderful movie called Sahara, which I definitely would recommend you guys go and check that one out. Now, before we get into today's episode, I do want to say to everyone around the world, Happy Pride Month. Whether you guys are celebrating out and about with all your friends and family, or celebrating inside the closet, either way, I hope you guys are actually staying safe and also having fun at the exact same time. And in celebration of this month, I decided to actually review a series that I actually fell in love with this series. And that series is called Ouran High School Host Club, which honestly, in a lot of ways, I can solely relate to a lot of things in this show. Solely relate a lot to this. Because the thing is that how I was actually introduced to this show was that there were so many merchandise, and I was very curious of what this is. So I actually dived into it one day, and I fell in love with it. But the overall, concept was that I can solely relate to the main character, which the main character is Harley, and that is basically the protagonist throughout the entirety of the show. And, the thing is that Harley basically is kind of me in a situation. She doesn't actually do what all the other girls do, which basically just do girly stuff, but kind of a way of a sense of going back and forth. I can actually definitely relate a lot to the main character in a way of a sense. If you actually do go and watch the show and see her personality and everything, I think her personality is basically me in a nutshell. Basically, me in a nutshell. So, let's actually dive into a little history of Ouran High School Club. Which, honestly, I'm just going to prefer it as Host Club because it is a very long title. So, I'm just going to say Host Club throughout the entirety of the video, which I hope that's okay. So, let me give you guys a little brief of what this show is all about. Spoilers ahead for this show. There's going to be a bunch of spoilers. If you have not seen it, please go see it before you watch this video. Now, there's actually one season of Host Club, and it was actually made in 2006. It was actually made on April 2006, and then ended on September 2006. Now, the ratings of this on Crunchyroll is 4.85 and with a 93% of video likes, which this show really does show, it really does have a lot to show for, let me tell you, because this show is definitely amazing. From the animations to the overall jokes that they actually presented throughout this entire show, and also the personalities of each character, which I actually do like that throughout the entirety of the show. Now, the thing is, I did actually state that this series was actually one season, but however, the manga, which there was a manga before the show, the manga does actually continue onwards until the very end of the Host Club. Now, I don't know if there's actually statements of saying that the series is going to continue or that it is going to be presented or something. Either way, it's still being debated to this very much day of it. But in this season, there is at least 26 episodes. 26 episodes. And the creator who made this, I'm really sorry if I get this wrong. The creator's name is Bisco Artori. And not only that she did Host Club, but she also did Manual Snow, which is another manga series that she has created. Now, what do I have to say overall with this show? Now, when I first actually got into this show, I do want to state that I am basically the type of person that likes fictional stuff and never actually got into like reality type like people presence, just like this Host Club of realism, presented in a realism of a way. But as for like fiction, like for example, like Naruto and Black Butler and a bunch of other shows, those shows that I can actually like because it's fiction and everything. So honestly, I was really debated about this, but when I first saw the first episode of the show, I was like, this is really good. There's a lot of things that I can actually relate to in this scenario. And that was like way before of who I was back then. So, with that being said, I'm going to give you guys a brief summary of the show in tale. Now, spoilers ahead if you have not seen the show again. Now, this all takes place at a very rich school. Now, there's a lot of schools out in this world, in this little time world, where there's a lot of kids that had rich families go to this school. Now, obviously, there's one school of like that, and then there's also another one. And there's ones that are throughout the entirety of the world. Now, this one in particular is where Haruhi is actually taking place. And Haruhi just wanted to actually go and find like a very quiet place to get away from all the people. And soon enough, she stumbled upon into the Host Club, which the Host Club is basically a club where girls fall over heels for hot boys, basically. So that's basically what Host Club is, in a way of a sense. And Haruhi just got a bit freaked out with all the people around in the Host Club and accidentally tips over a vase, which that vase costs a whole lot of money, and she does not have the amount of money to actually pay for the vase. So everyone agreed in the Host Club that she is going to be part in the Host Club until the debt has actually been made to actually pay for the vase. Now here's the thing. All the boys that are in the Host Club just see her as a boy. They literally thought that Haruhi looks like a boy. But as the scenes progress, everyone started to realize about these small little details from Haruhi and realized that she's a girl and not a boy. But here's the thing. Haruhi identifies herself as biological female but does not view gender identity as important. She therefore agrees to portray herself as a boy in order to repay her debt to the club. She carries on keeping her identity from the club's clients, but wear a male's uniform and use masculine pronouns throughout the entirety of the show until she actually pays her debt. Now, the thing about it is that as each episode progresses, we actually get to not only know about the protagonist's side, but also know about the situations and personal lives that each character in the Host Club actually portrays. Like, for example, Honey Senpai is a very strong child and also very smart in a very clever way, and is also very super strong compared from his size, and so on and so forth throughout all these characters. So I really like the fact that not only that we actually get to see the personal life for Haruhi, but also we also get to see all of the characters and who they are and how they represent themselves and everything. And also we get to see some other side characters as well throughout the entirety of the show, like Renji and Raijori. I'm really sorry if I'm saying these words wrong. And then Benyo, and so many other characters as well. And I really like the fact that not only that this show can also be serious, but also it can be so funny and so comedic in a very much of a way. Like, for example, host club can go all out with their overall themes throughout each of their episodes. Like they made a tropical resort. They made one for like for Hawaii or at the beach and so on. Like they made this like overall like theme throughout the entirety of the show. And not only that, they actually tried to keep Haruhi's identity a secret so that way she can pay it off. But as the episodes go by, we get more of the understanding of each person in particular with their personality alongside on what's going on in their family. Which brings us to Takumi, which Takumi is the leader of the host club. And honestly, Takumi does have a crush on Haruhi throughout the entirety of the episodes. Which is really cute and everything, given by the fact that he really does care about her and stuff and wants to like protect her and stuff. And show that he does have some feelings, sort of say. But like, the thing is, at the end of the series, he was actually supposed to be betrothed to a French girl named Eclair Tournier. I hope I'm saying that right. Which she wants him to be disbanded from the host club and go to France. That way they both have a relationship together. Now, the thing about it is that she's trying to find every little aspect of way to actually make him go to France. But as for the rest of the people from the host club, they were not going to have it. They were going to try their hardest to get Haruhi to Takumi, even throughout crazy, like, obstacles from, like, guards to, like, people to, like, trafficking, everything. They were not going to stop at nothing for him to get with Haruhi. And at the end of the day, Takumi actually says farewell to the French girl and decides to stay with Haruhi, with the host club and everything. And in the manga, I think it does state that they actually do get married at the very end. I'm not so sure. When I ever get a chance to actually read the manga, I will definitely, like, see if it does actually confirm about the statement and everything. But all in all, Haruhi and Takumi are now together in a relationship. And it ends off just like that. Now, the thing is, they didn't actually make a second season of this. The thing about it is that the reason why they didn't make a second season is because it has not been confirmed over the years. Like, there's a lot of people speculating that there are reasons and statements of why a host club won't be getting, like, another season, or maybe they just stuck with the manga. It's just basically differ being, like, it overall. But it's just basically a mystery of why it didn't actually continue onwards with it. But overall, even if it's from the manga or actually from the show, overall, the show is really, really charmed. It's really charmed and very heartwarming, and I overall like it. From the animation to its little goofiness throughout these episodes and everything. And not only that, we actually get to meet every character, personality, their relationships, and as time progresses, Haruhi actually becomes very soft with the boys and actually becomes friends with all of them, given by the fact that they're just basically chaotic when it comes to the host club and everything. But overall, at the very end, they actually did become friends. Like, everyone became friends at the very end of it. And Haruhi decides to actually stay with the host club as the years go by at her school. The animation itself is really cool and very creative as it is very much well. It's really good. It's not like very chaotic, but it's still goofy in a way of a sense of it being a drama series. Also a romance at the exact same time. I do like the fact of the roses in the backgrounds of some of the scenes. I do like the fact that there are scenes that are actually changed, because sometimes it will just be like from like a football season to like a tropical season. I'm just like, wow, that just escalated very much quickly. But overall, this is a really cute anime slash manga, and I honestly do recommend anybody to go and watch it. It's such a cute little series, and I do recommend people to actually go and check it out. Now, will there be a second season, or will the manga actually continue? There's a lot of statements of it saying online about that, of there being a second season or like anything else in particular, but who knows at the very end of it in that particular. But overall, just please go and support the creator. Give them all the love and the support that they need to make more creations and more shows just like this. Please, please go and do that. Please. And also, happy Pride, everyone. I hope everyone has a great day and a great time and staying safe out there, no matter where you're at. Be happy of who you are. Be very, very happy. Make sure you are happy, your heart is happy, your soul. Make sure every single bit of you is happy no matter what. Because that is very important. Very, very important to make sure that you are happy inside of who you are. With that being said, I'm sorry to say this, but I'm probably going to have to end it here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. And please go check out some of my other videos that I've done, alongside with some streaming. I do streaming every single day, so come by, say hi if you want to. And I hope you guys have a great day. And I will see y'all later. Bye!